How is everybody doing today? I hope everybody is having a fabulous week. I, of course, am having a fabulous, fabulous week. Uh, we went live. We launched No Morbidity on Tuesday. We sold out. We should have a few hundred more units. I think 200 more units available for sale out of Tiger Fitness tomorrow or Saturday. I'm not sure. But if those of you missed the sale, please let me know. We did find we were able to secure the reserve we were going to use to for marketing uh, and things like that. So out that we were going to sell to different purveyors to get out to people. We're going to sell online. So will have some more, like just a very small amount more. It will go much faster than the last one, but we have that coming, and then tomorrow I'll probably do a live where I talk about how to use it for those of you that are getting it, and give further instruction, because it is not meant to just completely do the job for you. It is meant to be a tool to help you get control of your lifestyle. So that is a very important thing for everybody to understand, or for people. I want people to understand that at no point in time do I want anybody to think that this is like you're just going to be able to not do the work. This is a tool to help you minimize your hunger and also increase, help relieve anxiety and things like that in order to be able to get healthy, because those are the things. Get good hydration, eat whole foods, get proper sleep, which just will help with release anxiety and help you get better sleep. This it's meant to be a tool, so we're going to look at that. But today, after I say hi to everybody, we're going to look at the insanity of some TikTok people that we have to I don't want to upset people. I hope people it's not my enjoyment. My enjoyment is saying funny shit, realistic shit that gets people to kind of wake up. I enjoy that. Okay. But it looks like I'm gonna have to hurt some people's fucking feelings at some point in time. If you are fat, you have not recovered from shit when it comes to your eating disorder yet. We've got it in people's minds that I'm recovering from disordered eating, while they're 300 pounds. You're not recovering from shit. If you're eating in a way that is keeping you fat or getting you fatter when you are, if you're at a healthy weight and you get fatter, you didn't recover from shit. You're hurting yourself. This whole premise that there's nothing wrong with being fat, it's not a problem to be fat, is a big fucking problem. I mean, people need to fucking wake the fuck up. Being fat is indeed bad for you. I mean, it is indeed bad for you. I don't understand how people have gotten to the point where we're ignoring this. By the way, I'm taking a half of an ember. I don't know how we've gotten to the point where people are like this delusional. I mean, the person we're about to listen to, in my mind, and this is not to be mean, but in my mind, has very serious fucking mental issues. How, this person has a voice and talks to a large audience of people, giving them advice on mental health, physical health, and shit like that. But Dr. McCullough and Malone were censored off the internet for 2 fucking years. We've reached that stage of fucking crazy. And by the way, just for everybody to know, I am going to be filming something probably a little bit later in the day that is just going to go up on Spotify. It'll probably be on Twitter and on Spotify. And that is it. I'm taking a slightly different approach with a few things. I wanted to talk to all of you about this first. I am going to very much so on some videos completely remove remove swearing from it, because I believe that the few things I need to say need to reach all audiences, and I don't want there to be any excuse for the social media gods to delete it. later today, I'm going to read something that is straight on the NIH website. And I'm not going to put it on YouTube because they will, the YouTube will censor the NIH website. And for those of you that don't know, the NIH, it's National Institute of Health. So be looking for this later on today, because I think that it's one of the more important things that needs to get put out there. I just think it's important for people to understand. Anyway, I'm going to say hi to everybody, and we're going to get on to today's topic. Steve Knight, what the fuck's up with you? And by the way, I'm going to swear in this video. So, Elizabeth Fahey, Daryl, Sabine, how are you? Casey, what's up, man? How are you doing? Janet, how are you? JM Cruz, EDDF for life. Oh. Chris Galore, Subhine, how are you? Phoebe, Nakia, Casey, started using kettlebells. I like it. I'm not a kettlebell fan. I got to be real. I'm just not. I think the swinging is what it is. Every damn day fitness. If only we can go back to the days when we laughed at Tyrone. Unfortunately, we know our Cancer Society is gone. Why is it? If you want to watch Tyrone videos, and this is to everybody, this is not to you, JM. If you want to watch Tyrone videos, stop sending me messages about them. I'm not. First of all, the job is done. His channel is done. Okay. I didn't even intend to do that. People need to understand. Mark and I were talking about this the other day. 5 years ago, 6 years ago, this is what we did. YouTube fitness was just about back and forth banter. It's part of the entertainment and shit like that. Tyrone's an idiot. I mean, he really, for real, he's an idiot. I mean, it's I don't even know what to besides that. I don't know what to say. If you want to find comedy in his videos, go watch his videos. His videos are ridiculous. I almost, I made videos about him for a while, roasting videos. My wife started being like, "Hey, I feel like you're picking on a special needs person," and I stopped making videos about it. Then it became apparent that he was making fun of other people. So my wife was like, "Tear it the fuck up." So I tore it the fuck up again. Tyrone, you can visibly see that he's a shell of his former self. He still talks about being shredded as a motherfucker, and he's just not. There's a strong chance that I'm at a lower body fat percentage still than Tyrone. And I'm not shredded. I mean, hey, what's up, sweet? I'm not shredded. At all. But there's a strong chance I'm at a lower body fat percentage than him. Here in July, but by my birthday, I will be unless stuff changes for this poor man. I will be much lower body fat percentage than him. And his whole thing is shredded as a motherfucker. That's not my thing. I'm just doing this because it's my 51st birthday coming up here at the end of July, and I try to be in super good physical condition, and I don't stay sub 10% all year round because I don't think it's that healthy for me. I'm a 50-year-old man. So I stay, I rock about between 13 and 14 most of the year. And then this summer I'll dip down, and I'm probably going to try to stay, just for business wise, I'm probably going to try to stay between 10 and 12, but I'll probably rock somewhere around anywhere from 8 to 10, and I just feel and I do that for me. I'm not trying to step on stage. I'm not going to do anything like that, but ever. But I mean, go do what you got to do. Anyway, got off track. Ugly Jazz, how are you? Said hi. Kashina, how are you doing? Elena, hello from Germany. It's Julian Hextred. What's up, Finland? Can't pronounce your name. So the worst of them all is Mikado Avocado. It amazes me why YouTube. Not only they don't just allow it, they push his content. Push it. No swearing. That's Tess Holiday without the lying. That's funny. I'm going to be reading from YouTube censors something as reputable as the NIH. They will censor this. They absolutely would censor what I'm going to read from their website. How to test your body fat percentage. Don't care that much. Just I'm going to be eyeing mine up. That's what you should do, is just eye it up. It doesn't matter. Get to a healthy weight. the healthiest rate. Like I suggest all guys try to get somewhere between around 15%. Under 20%, you're considered healthy. But if you get to around 15%, you'll stay healthy. You'll be good. So it's a Greek name. Hello from Greece. Thank you, because I can't pronounce that at all. I cannot pronounce it. Selikin, and I answered that one. Sobheim, how are you? Okay, here we go. So we are going to. This is the Fat Sophic Bro. It is weight loss free page, disabled, 36 years old. You had your coffee yet? Yeah, I have it right in front of me. This is the Fat Sophic Bro. It's just sadness. Okay, so we are going to listen to Fat Sophic Bros. This is replying to somebody's comment. So, but I found this video was sent to me. I didn't find it. It was sent to me. And I just wanted to go over a few things in retort this person's video. Check that out. No more morbidity. So here we go.
Warning, we are going to be talking about disordered eating, so if that is something that you need to avoid, please feel free to keep scrolling.
Okay, so this person should, in my opinion, if you're talking about disordered eating, you should be talking about what somebody else told you about it. Hopefully a therapist or a doctor, because this person has a decent sized audience. I mean, this video has 1.7 thousand likes on it, which is kind of fucking crazy to me. But anyway.
This person asks, have you ever struggled with binge eating? Is there anything you...
Yeah. It is so rare for what looks to be 400-pound person to not struggle with binge eating. Like asking this question to this person is a little ridiculous. This is where we're at. Like this person is so big, they would have been the circus fat person like 40 years ago. But we are in a stage in society, especially with TikTok, that we have normalized this to the point where people like have you ever had problems with eating? This person has a problem with eating today. I mean, today, I can tell you this person has problems with eating today because it doesn't seem like they're trying to recover, nor have they lost. I mean, anyway.
You have found that helps with that struggle. I try to.
This person is actually coming. This person right here, this poor person, is coming to this person to get help with binge eating. This is like trying to get help with your drug problem and talking to somebody with a needle in their arm. Like, I mean, that's so insane.
Intuitively eat, but to be honest, I do have a terrible relationship with food and I want to work on that myself. So any advice you have, I'd be open to. So for
real deal, I'm going to say this very clearly for everybody. Intuitive eating is not, and I mean absolutely not, something that any binge eater should even dabble into. Intuitive eating, while you are a binge eater and you don't control the other aspects of your life, trying to be as healthy as humanly possible, especially when you do not eliminate ultra-processed foods. Intuitive eating and ultra-processed foods and obesity, binge eating, do not mix. If you are a binge eater and you are still eating ultra-processed foods and you intuitively then go to eat the ultra-processed foods, you are binging, likely. I mean, if you are an intuitive eater and you are still fat and not losing weight, you are not intuitively eating. You are just binging. Just fucking get there.
Reference, I do have a history with disordered eating. I was forced.
No, really? No. Really? No, you haven't, like, you're obese. You have a history of disordered eating right now. No recovery from disordered eating is going to leave you unhealthy. You are not recovered from shit. If you are fat and you think you've recovered from an eating disorder, you are lying to yourself. Full on lying to yourself. You have not recovered from shit. If it is disordered to be fat. It is not, your body is not in order. It is not functioning as it's supposed to be. It is not functioning because it's supposed to be because of the way you're eating. Therefore, you have disordered eating. This is simple, basic logic and understanding of just like terms and shit. This isn't like, this should not be controversial. This should not be something that is like up in the air or up for grabs. This should not be a thing. This should not be a thing. I mean, this should not be where anybody is even like suggesting this. Like, one, yes, this person obviously has disordered eating because, like,
on diets starting from a very, very young age and was on diets for most of my life. So I spent a lot of my life severely restricting, and I would cycle between restriction and binge eating.
So over restriction is obviously disordered eating also. I mean, absolutely. However, saying I was just on diets and then equating the diets to disordered eating is not actually truthful. Diets are what diets are. Diets are meant to be temporarily decreases in caloric intake, and oftentimes coupled with massive caloric increases in expenditure. That's what a diet is, right? If you would focus on getting a healthier lifestyle, you would probably lose weight and keep it off. That's why we have no morbidity. No morbidity is to try to take away the triggers, some of the angst of it. If you're a binge eater, no morbidity is not going to cure your binge eating. I'm just going to be realistic with that because I'm a binge eater, and I haven't binged in well over a year and a half because I've been using no morbidity. But I also am coupling it with being very realistic about my food intake. I eat mostly whole foods, like a good 95% of my food. 100% of my food yesterday was from whole food sources, 100%. So, but I'll have one item a week just for pleasure. That's normally an ultra processed item, like something dealing with maybe frozen yogurt, something like that, or fried food or something like that. And then I once a day I normally have something that tastes sweeter. I didn't have anything that tasted sweet yesterday, and I just didn't feel like it. I'm on a very serious regimen right now. I have no morbidity, Ember. I just took an Ember, and I take Tyrant, which is which is also has a little bit of stim to it too, and I'm on Nectar plus Immortal for full range of micronutrients and macronutrients, and I am on a nutrient driver, which has got berberine in it for my blood sugar. When No Morbidity Dr. Stock will have a short sale tomorrow, and then it's going to be 6 weeks probably. So we have a short sale tomorrow, and it's going to be 6 weeks. But anyway, this person's talking as if like the diet was the problem. No, the diet. You thinking that anybody that thinks that diets don't work, you are lying to yourself. You are blaming the diet that did its job for your shortcomings in foresight. You need to find a way to, once you get to like it takes a certain type of fucking moron to think you're going to go from eating pizza every day in large quantity to then eating steak salads and tofu for a couple months, do a bunch of extra exercise, lose 50 pounds, and then go back to being sedentary and eating pizza again and not gain the weight back. The diet worked. You just failed to plan for afterwards. That's just stupid. I mean, this person's talking about weight cycling. You're talking about your stupidity. Okay. I mean, because for other people, it's not stupid. Like most people realize that that's the issue. You did well in the diet. That's why people are like, I got to get back on my diet. The problem is you don't build instead of having it being a diet where it's a temporary thing, you should build something that's sustainable. That's what Crystal and I help people do at our hunger management support group. We help people do that at our coaching. Here's a link to all that stuff. And by the way, you can just get a consultation for 30 minutes with Crystal or Crystal or I. We can't do them together, but there is that right there. So we do help people adjust that stuff. That's the issue. People want to be able to be told what to do instead of just fucking figuring it the fuck out. And this is a biological woman, yeah. Just for people, I'll call dude a dude. Although, like, I mean, this is a perfect example. Dude presents to me as a dude, calls himself bro, but this looks like a dude to me, so I'll call you dude. How you present is what I'll call you. I mean, my brain's going to go to there. Although I think it's on their Instagram, they have them, they, whatever. It's a dude to me. So, I mean, is it a man? No, it's a trans man, but to me, it's not. That's where it gets messy. But I'm sorry, like this is what it is. Anyway, that's a whole other subject. Here we go.
And I would say the thing that helped the most with getting the binge eating under control, and I feel like I've finally gotten to a place in the past year where my binge eating feels very in control.
Nothing is you're like 400 fucking pounds. Nothing's in control. You're unhealthy. Like, this is the problem. Like, when people like, there's nothing wrong with being fat. Yeah, there is. It's unhealthy. I mean, it doesn't make you a bad person. Like this right here, this makes this person a bad person. Lying to yourself and then openly lying to other people, giving them this advice. This makes you a bad person right here. People can say what they want about me. This person would probably think I'm this huge meanie head and start insulting my tattoos and me being bald, all sorts of stuff. But this person is horrible. They're a horrible person. They're giving advice to people about controlling their binge eating when they're 400 pounds and have been gaining weight for the last year. Your binge eating is not in control. You have just minimized the binges to be the daily intake of what it takes to keep you at 400 fucking pounds. Right? Like, so your binges may not be 10,000 calories anymore. They're just 5,000 calories all day long. Like, shut the fuck up. I mean, that's ridiculous. And somebody said the person's in all kind of pain. I do believe this person is disabled too, but this person's eating 4,000 calories a day. If you're disabled, if you can't walk or something like that, that's more of a reason to watch your calories. Otherwise, you are going to eat yourself to death. This person, I think he says he's 36. This person's way over middle aged for them. Way over. This person's not going to see 50. And I don't want that for anybody. Like, my 50s have been the best year of my life so far, including the pandemic. Crazy shit, right? I mean, don't get me wrong, stressful as fuck, but shit's turning real fucking well.
And that is because I have stopped restricting.
I've put no restrictions on myself in my life, and it's kept me fat as fuck. I recovered is mental illness. That is mental fucking illness right there. It is completely devoid of any type of logic, critical thinking. This is where society's fucking up. Society not openly pointing at this person saying, no, you're unhealthy. This person, when I'm sorry, but it's people talk about morality all the time. Like, they call me immoral all the time. But people talk about morality all the time. Where is the morality in eating yourself into illness and then having the rest of society have to fucking help pick up the bill? Where is the morality in eating yourself, in over consuming and creating more waste than you normally would if you consumed at a rate that would keep you at a healthier weight? So therefore you wouldn't, there's so many levels of immorality Like, I mean, that I could just keep going on and on and on. Like, I'm sorry, but I know you like food and you like food. Like, we've given like platform and the stage to people to pretend that this isn't overconsumption, that this isn't selfishness. This is selfishness on many fucking levels. This is just selfishness. I mean, how how is this not viewed as like immoral? Like, I don't understand. I don't get it. This is immoral to me. This person doesn't restrict themselves from anything, eats to the point where they keep themselves in physical illness, eats more food than what they need to sustain their life, which is harder on the planet, harder on our economy, harder on more production, more carbon, all blah 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 blah. How is this not immoral? This should be viewed as immoral. And I'm not a religious person, everybody knows that, but is not gluttony and sloth a mortal sin? Are they not mortal sins? I mean, what the fuck? I mean, and I know this person's probably not religious either, but still, like, I mean, in my mind, religious things like that came about because they were societally needed. uh, the fuck? This is immoral. It is not the person's sexuality, not the person's dress or anything like that. The consistent burdening of society of your gluttony, and then now this person's like trying to give advice on how not to restrict. The fuck?
I was doing a lot of still restrictive stuff because of being a diabetic. And
Oh my god, the person's diabetic. Holy fuck. You're not restricting and you're diabetic. No fucking shit. What the fuck? Holy shit. Holy shit. So this person, for real, this person, I feel bad for this person because this is very serious mental illness. Very serious. Very serious.
I find that if I restrict, there is a higher probability that I'm going to end up binge eating a bunch of junk food. So when I
Okay, so if you are diabetic, um, and you find yourself ever binge eating junk food, go get psychological counseling. That is self fucking harm. That is self harm. This person eating tons of food. If you are keeping yourself morbidly obese, you are harming yourself daily with how you eat. We need to start seeing this for what the fuck it is. This is self harm. This is immoral. This is not healthy, mentally or physically. I know that many people do not want to see it like this. I know that many people want to paint me the bad guy, whatever. This is immoral. This is self harm. This person is harming themselves by how they eat every day. This person is hurting themselves. This person is risking their life with how they eat every single day. This person is diabetic. I believe the person is in a wheelchair and 400 fucking pounds, telling people to not restrict. The fuck dimension is this? Like, I mean, what wormhole did I fucking go through that we ended up here? I warned everybody about this fucking crazy shit years ago. I warned people that if we kept fucking placating this lie that being morbidly obese was perfectly fine, we would get here. We're here. I mean, we're gonna wrap up fucking loon bags, fucking. And I'm sorry, like, I mean, I feel bad for disabled people and I feel bad for crazy people, but look, this motherfucker's a loon bag. I'm fucking crazy. I call myself a loon bag all the fucking time. So if anything I'm saying upsets you, you're a pussy. Leave.
I allow myself just to naturally eat what sounds good to me and what I want to eat.
So you're going to eat what sounds good to you and what you think is good to eat. being this big. No, you should. You need to act. Uh, sir, if you watch this video, stop hurting yourself. I'm going to be nicer to you right now, sir, than anybody has been to you. It looks like in fucking decades. Stop hurting yourself with food every day. Just because you want it doesn't mean you should have it. There's this thing called adulting. You should fucking try it. What I'm saying to you is nicer than what anybody else is telling you. You're just fine, and everybody in your comments section is fucking telling you and all sorts of shit. You are hurting yourself by letting yourself have whatever you want. You do not monitor or regulate well with food. You do not. You are in a very serious physical state that if you continue this, if you keep gaining weight, if you just eat what you want and what sounds good to you, you are going to eat yourself to death within the next few years. I am trying to save your life. They are trying to save their face to you. That's the thing. People that tell you that you're just fine, they are saying that to you so they feel good about themselves. They are saying that to you so they look good to society, and the way society has morphed into somehow fat people are some sort of protected species. People that tell you you're just fine are either trying to make themselves feel better about themselves or make themselves feel better about what they say to you. They're not trying to tell you the truth because in society we've deemed that as morally reprehensible to tell a fat person that they are indeed ill. You yourself know you're ill. Every fat person, if you're a morbidly obese person, you're watching this, go run up a flight of stairs and tell me you don't feel like shit. If you can run up a flight of stairs. Yeah, I do this thing all the time. If you're fat, stand up right now. Try to lay yourself down on the ground without putting your hands on the ground and try to get yourself to fuck back up with just using one hand. See how long that fucking takes you. Now think if there was a natural disaster and you needed to get up and run real fucking quick. Now think about if any of the fucking crazy shit that's been happening in our world, if you needed to fucking survive in some sort of fucking natural disaster, or say the power went out for days and days and days and days and days at a time, how would you do? Would your size impede you? Would the sheer amount of food you need to eat in a given day fuck you up? By telling you, sir, that you are in fact eating yourself into an early fucking grave. And when I mean early grave, I mean in the next fucking couple years if you keep gaining weight. Especially being diabetic, being in a wheelchair already. Like you need to very much, like if you cannot be ambulatory, if you cannot move around, if you are so fat or disabled that you cannot ambulate around, if you cannot get consistent amount of activity to have your body burn more calories, you yourself need to very seriously be very meticulous about what you eat. It is not like if it is not about what you want necessarily. You should try to have things that you want occasionally. I talk about that all the time, but for the most part, you should be eating very strictly to try to save your fucking life. You, sir, are placing what you want above your fucking life. You do not value your life. You just want to be called pretty or say that people desire you or that there's nothing wrong with you when you, in fact, do not value your own life enough to say no to yourself. You do not value life enough to not die early. You do not value other people enough to not burden them on your way out. That is immoral, too. Just fucking putting that out there. This is obese privilege.
And like focus specifically on eating when I'm hungry and not eating when I'm full, I find that I don't feel that need to binge eat. Now, sometimes that means I eat weird things at weird times. Like maybe I won't eat a dinner item at a dinner time.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. As a matter of fact, the only time I eat breakfast foods at all anymore, like even gluten-free pancakes, is as a dessert.
have, like a sweet treat or something, or I'll have sweet treats at weird times, but I just eat what I want when I want to eat it instead.
I eat what I want when I want to eat it. at 400 pounds. That's disordered eating. That's disordered eating. I eat what I want when I want to eat it. And how you're eating what you want when you want to eat it is keeping you morbidly obese. That's disordered eating. You haven't recovered from shit. You have traded off one type of binging for another type of disorder. At best. At best. At best. You deserve more in society. I know you don't think so, sir, but I think you deserve more. And I think society deserves more out of you because you are, in fact, a burden on society.
Of feeling constantly like I need to restrict or like I need to eat.
You do. The thing is, you feel the need. You feel like it's restriction because your body is 400 fucking pounds. Eat in a way that is going to help you stay feeling full, deal with your fucking issues, get some fucking therapy, hydrate well. This person should be taking in 400 ounces of fucking water a day. You know, if you're morbidly obese, if you weigh 300 pounds, do 300 ounces of water in a day. The food you eat will keep your electrolytes balanced. You will not have a problem with too much water. I mean, I take in fucking 250 ounces of fucking water in a day. You know, like, but fucking drink. Try to drink an ounce of water per pound of body mass, and you'll start losing some motherfucking weight because you'll be so full. I know. Oh my God, water? Are you kidding me? Oh no, I don't like drinking water. I've had people tell me they don't like drinking water. What the fuck? I mean, just try not to have. Don't drink your calories. Fucking ridiculous.
Less of something or eat less food in general because I ate a specific type of food. Basically, just pulling yourself entirely out of that diet mindset.
It's not a diet mindset. I mean, I'm sorry, but like, if it's called adulting. If you eat a huge fucking meal earlier in the day, you don't necessarily like being an adult says, I've had my full. I'm not going to eat another huge fucking meal. That's adulting. That is not restriction. That is fucking rational thought. That's fucking, I mean, the fuck is wrong with you people? This is patheticness. This is immoral. This is immoral. This is obese privilege. This is patheticness. This is not recovery. This is not recovery. You have not recovered from shit, dude. Nothing.
Really, really helps. Nothing is 100%, and all of this stuff takes time.
I agree with that. But and all this stuff takes time. How the fuck would you know? You haven't even tried.
And there will always be setbacks, but I think that when you really start to alter the way your brain thinks about food and activity, it really, really helps to move away from either restricting or binging if you just fuel your body with what your body is craving in any.
No, no, no. That is such horrible advice. I can't even get over it. I can't even fucking get over it. If you restrict your body with whatever it's craving, I'd fucking eat. I'd eat pancakes and shit like that all fucking day. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I mean, just give yourself whatever the fuck you want. That's not being an adult. I'm sorry. That's not realistic. So that's eating like a fucking child. Children would eat sugar all fucking day. This person shouldn't touch any fucking thing sweet. Anything. They're diabetic. This is self harm and immoral and obese privilege and delusion and mental illness and lots of shit. Fuck that. That's fucking crazy. Absolutely fucking insane. Absolutely nuts. People need to wake up. There's lots of shit going on. And like I said, we're going to get to the questions here shortly. But like I said, I'm going to be reading something from the NIH website, and it's going to go straight onto my Spotify, onto Alan Roberts Uncensored. By the way, I wanted to put this up here. This is the podcast. And what I'm going to do is I'm taking all the lives and I'm putting it right on. We're putting them right onto Spotify. Spotify will then, you can watch them live. You can watch them because a lot of what I do is very visual. And we are going to make absolute sure that we get as many topics up as possible. And there's going to be things that I will release on here that I will say, hey, go check out Spotify because it's too spicy for YouTube. And one of the things I'm going to do today is read right off the NIH website, the National Institute of Health website. I'm going to read a very, a publication they have posted about the pandemic that's on their website. So I'm going to read it in its entirety. You can check it out at the MFing COO also. Because I'm going to do it live right on Twitter, just to test the Twitter waters. But because oddly enough, Twitter does not censor me that much, barely ever at all. And I say some crazy wild shit over there. You should follow me on Twitter. If you're wondering how I feel about just about everything else, including gun control and all sorts of shit. But I'm going to read that. But people need to understand, like, there's this little thing, follow me along with this. There's a little thing right now going on about, give me 1 second. I wanted to look something up here for us. Okay. Okay, so just so everybody knows, I don't know if people realize this, but the World Economic Forum is meeting right now, right? And they're basically getting ready to sign a treaty about all sorts of shit. One is they're going to try to impose a digital ID, which then connects to an internet ID, and that would connect to your jab passport. It would have digital currency. But one of the biggest things that people don't seem to understand is that a lot of how you'll get viewed is a carbon credit score. A carbon credit score would be extremely, 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 extremely hard on obese people. Obese people have a massively higher carbon footprint, especially in today's world when most obese people, instead of just eating all the food, they actually get it delivered. So a carbon credit score, a carbon footprint score for attached to people it would be extremely punitive, and I mean extremely punitive on obese people. Just fucking understand that shit, people. Like, there's no. I got to be real. I'm not saying it's going to happen because we have a constitution, and I think that many people are like-minded about me that think that I don't give a fuck what treaty you sign. The Constitution is my rule. Like, that's been my thing. I'm not even a Republican or Democrat. I'm a constitutionalist. But a carbon credit score would destroy obese people. Destroy them. Just through expiration, it's 20 to 40% more than a lean person. Like, Tess Holliday puts a lot more just through her breath, a lot more carbon into the fucking atmosphere than I do. A lot more, probably double. Right? Yet alone, her truck burns a lot more fucking gas hauling her fat ass around. It's fucking crazy where we're at. But that people need to be aware about that. I'm gonna do some stuff like that on the podcast. But also, I'm gonna have people on that probably won't be up on YouTube, and I'm gonna have different, basically different segments. But the segment I'm gonna do today, I'm gonna read live some stuff on the NIH website, and again, you'll be able to see that on Twitter while they keep it up there, but it will be up on the podcast. It'll be up on there. So I think it's really, really, really important that people understand what's going on. And I just want people to understand, like, like Mark and I have dedicated, Mark, myself, his family, Crystal, my family, we've dedicated our lives right now to helping people be as healthy as possible and be ready, and just try to lead a healthier life, because we live in a time where a person's physical health, like the population's physical health, is a determinant of what the globalists think that they can force us with. If we're a super healthy population, telling us to lock down is not fucking, like, fuck you, But a huge problem in society right now that was shown in 2020 is that a lot of people were told about something that could possibly be deadly for them, or not even for them, but they were told that, like, hey, this is bad for elderly people and fat people. And since we had so many fat people, they were perfectly willing to give up constitutional rights. And the problem with giving up rights is that you can give them away, but normally they need to be fought to get back. We're in a very weird time in society. It's important, It's very, 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 very important. So we are distracted with mental illness and social media. The politician's shame goes on. Absolutely, like that. And what in the video we just saw is mental illness. Like dude's very mentally ill and giving advice to other people. It's disgusting. It's crazy. Anyway, I want to take some time to water the tree of liberty. I agree. I've said that for a while. Said it for a while, But I will be going over a bunch of other stuff. I do believe tomorrow, Mark and I are going to be discussing a few things. I think he might be joining me live, and we'll be discussing no morbidity, and we'll be discussing the other stuff going out. But I think we're going to get together tomorrow. I got to check with him. In fact, whoop. Sweet. But later on today, I will be discussing. It'll be nice big block there. Yeah. Later on today is when I'll be reading that on Twitter, and then I'll be doing a quick blurb like, hey, check out this at my podcast. Blah, blah, blah. So let's see what we got going on. No one wants to be 400 pounds. Absolutely no one. These fat acceptance people are just people that cannot say no to processed carbs and are incredibly bitter and jealous. I think yes, to a certain degree. One of the things that Crystal and I have found in coaching, and again, you can get our coaching right here, by the way. You can get a half-hour consultation with either Crystal or I. You can get live and pre-recorded classes taught by Crystal. I took the yoga last night. It was amazing. 45 minutes of yoga last night was absolutely amazing. Did wonders for my lower back. But it also gets you into the 100 Minutes of Support group. That's where I'm keeping track of all my workouts and the food I'm ingesting and everything like that on a daily basis as we approach my 51st birthday, which I'm going to try to be in the best shape ever for my 51st birthday. And I was already in pretty good shape health-wise, but I'm doing my very best to be through the whole lean superhero look, around my birthday. I don't stay that lean all year round because it just doesn't feel great, It feels good for a little while. It feels phenomenal for a little while, but it doesn't feel great all year round just because I'm old. And to be real, it's lean. But anyway, you can check that out. And there's a 3-month coaching block right there. We do also have month-to-month coaching too. You can check out. So, am I a fan of juicers? I'm really not, Casey. And here's why. Now, don't get me wrong. We've owned one, and we'll probably own one again. And we're going to own one again because we're going to try to grow a lot of our own food and store a lot of our own food. So to do that, it's good for if you grow tomatoes and stuff like that. It's good to juice stuff down. But we will be we'll be having one. But the problem with it is when people depend upon it daily. First of all, their cost. I mean, they really do. Instead of just eating an orange, you have to use like 5 oranges to get a glass of orange juice. It also strips away a lot of the fiber that's associated with with fruits and vegetables, and that's where it gets to be a little bit of an issue. So I'm not against them. It's better than drinking soda, but depending on what you put in, it can still be have a high sugar content too. So you got to watch that. Let's see. Curious, what do you think about scales that can read body fat percentages? Are they worth using? Thanks to your tips, I'm finally below 180 from 200. Great job, Lauren. Great fucking job. I don't put too much stock into those things. I don't. When I talk about like where my body fat's going to end up, I'm just going to kind of eyeball that shit up. Uh, it depends. Like, I mean, I'll tell by my abs, by the striations in my serratus, my lower back. If I have a Christmas tree, I'm under 10%. If I have a Christmas tree, I'm under 9%. And for those of you who don't know what a Christmas tree is, it looks like the lats come down and then there's the spinal erectors that come out like a Christmas tree at the very, very your lower back. And it's hard for me to tell by my neck and by my shoulders and even by my arms because they lean out quicker than anything. Like I'll still have fat underneath my arms, but my shoulder will be completely shredded. So, and people do it different. I don't. The scales you're talking about are bioelectric impedance scales. So they can be. It depends on what you got. Like if your feet are even a little bit moist, or like it depends on so many variables. They're accurate, kind of. Not really that accurate. Fiddleheads. We have not found any fiddleheads. What he's talking about is this. By the way, I did want to fucking it starts today. The new season of Alone. The new season of Alone starts today. It is an amazing, amazing show. Crystal and I have watched every season of it. It is basically these people, the producers drop off like 10 competitors, and they each get 10 items apiece to take, non-mechanical items to take. Just 10, like you get an axe, you have this, you have that. And they drop them off in like some of the most seriously harsh environments on the fucking planet. This time I think they're going to be in Labrador, Canada. Like they're going to be in like polar bear country. And they drop these motherfuckers off in the middle of nowhere. And whoever lasts the longest gets like $1 million. And I always find it kind of fucking interesting that when people say like, no matter how little I eat, I can't lose weight. Not one of these people has this problem. Like you would think that like somebody that has that biological issue where no matter what they eat, they can't lose weight. You think that somebody would have that biological issue, would somehow find a way to win $1 million doing these challenges. Because this is not the only one. Like they have other challenges like this throughout the world. Fucking all over the place for money. For money. And if food was an issue, if like you could just go without eating for fucking 100 days, and all you had to worry about was getting water and keeping yourself warm, getting wood, and like no matter how much you actually physically moved, and no matter how little you actually physically ate, and all you needed to do is focus on building a shelter right when you get there, staying warm, keeping working on your shelter, and getting water, and then chilling the rest of the time, that's an easy $1 million. But almost all of these fucking people cycle out because they fucking starve. Almost all these people, because I mean, when people say shit like that, like anybody that spent any significant time in the woods, like laughs at that shit. Like Crystal and I went camping like last year, like a year and a half ago, almost, or a year ago. And we were testing no morbidity, luckily, but I literally barely fucking ate. I lost something. Again, we kayaked for fucking 12 hours in like 2 or 3 days, or 2 days, like 12 hours, like it was like 6 hours a day every day. and like I lost something fucking ridiculous, like 6 pounds or something like that. You know, like fuck you people. Like it's so ridiculous that they don't understand it. Brian, last year's winner of Alone is awesome. I've been watching him on YouTube for a while. Not giving his name away to the spoilers. I watch a lot of them. I watch a lot of these guys transition into having YouTube channels where they still do small, minor challenges. You pick up such neat, interesting things, and I love that type of fucking content. I would love to make content like that. Just to tell you the fucking truth. But I do challenge like I want to support the show. I probably will be talking about the show on Alan Roberts Uncensored on the podcast. I think that it would be an interesting take as it's one of my hobbies, and I have this thing where if I'm going to have a hobby, I fucking make sure it makes me money. But it is a fucking amazing show that everybody should watch. And then as you watch people shrink because they can't get food, shrink because they absolutely cannot fucking get food. Think about Tess Holliday saying that bodies of all sizes starve. I mean, that's we're at a stage of just societal fucking delusion with these people. That's got to stop. It's got to fucking stop. Tess Holliday alone would be hilarious. She would be. My dad and I currently watching the Romanian Survivor show, and the contestants on the show lost between 10 to 30 pounds from the start of the show to halfway through it eating coconuts. I mean, it's fucking insane. I mean, it like watching these people claim that they can't lose weight no matter how little they eat is just like, and then people don't laugh and they're like, you are lying. It is like a lie they tell society, and then they expect society to lie back to their face and say they believe them. We know this is not true. Like, not one human being on the planet thinks that they cannot fucking starve. Like, I mean, deep down, not one fucking person thinks that if they just stopped eating or they ate less food, they would lose fucking weight. If you are 200 pounds, and if you have hypothyroidism, or you have Hashimoto's, or you have whatever, okay, you have Hashimoto's, PCOS, you have all of it, right? And you're on like 6 medications, right? And you eat very minimal food. If you moved and you are just right there. If you moved your body more and you ate less food than even what you're eating, even though it's minimal, you'd lose fucking weight. It sucks that you would have to eat very, very little if you have all sorts of other fucking issues. It really fucking does. But what the fuck? You would lose fucking weight. Nobody is beyond losing weight. Nobody. Question: should you take berberine and no morbidity, or is that too much? I take it all right now. I have no physical hunger right now. None. I have emotional hunger and still emotional cravings, obviously, but I have no physical hunger. I take Ember, which has African mango, and it has some stems in it, like fucking high stems. I take a half in the morning. I take a half in the afternoon. I take no morbidity with my evening meal now. I drink about 2 gallons of water in a given day. I make sure I take a vitamin complex. I take Tyrant, and I'm going to be switching back to Yohembine too. I have no physical hunger at all. I'm basically testing a stack to try to help out with people for cutting, for athletes for cutting and stuff like that. But I take Nutrient Driver 3 times a day. I take berberine 3 times a day. I have no physical hunger. I have no blood sugar hunger, nothing like that. I do still have cravings of shit I would like to have. I can smell something that is sweet and still want it, but I am not physically hungry. Like, I don't have the physical like hunger. If anything, I get reminded I need to eat sometimes by feeling like a little like, oh wow, like that that like lightheaded, not lightheaded, but like that little like feeling of like, oh wow, like how you're like, it's not actually like stomach hunger, it's like almost shakiness. So I don't let myself get to that point. I don't suggest any of you do. And that's why tomorrow we will be talking about no morbidity. We will be talking about, because people are going to be getting theirs in the mail because they ordered it Tuesday, and many people are going to have it arrive today. That's how fucking crazy, amazing my business partners are with shipping and delivery. I wanted to give a shout out to all them, because what the fuck? I had people fucking sending me their shipping code an hour after they ordered no morbidity. That's insane. That's amazing. Amazing. Got you. I got to wait for the next sale. Missed the launch. Casey, we'll be selling a couple hundred units out of Tiger Fitness. Out of Tiger Fitness. Probably tomorrow, because we had some in transit that didn't make the initial sale. We were gonna use those to kind of disperse out to people to help sell with, but we decided to sell them. So they were going to go to distributors and shit like that, but we're just going to sell it straight out of Tiger Fitness. I missed the answer. Should you take berberine and no morbidity? I do every day. They work on completely different mechanisms. Berberine to me berberine is going to be in our next supplement. I know he has it a nutrient driver, but we're going to have it matched with a few other things, I think. But yes, I mean, it's perfectly fine. Should you? That's up to you. Can you? Absolutely. I plan on taking no morbidity after watching the replay of your launch video. Mistake. I'll watch for future batches. Thank you. Chantel S. We will be probably tomorrow. Will Tiger Fitness ship to the UK? I do not know. We that's another crazy thing. Worldwide shipping has never been an issue before, but there apparently are some new treaties and shit like that just changed, or some new customs things that just changed, where several countries, the UK and Germany, are having trouble. We have people order from Australia, Romania, all sorts of stuff. No problem. But we weren't able to ship straight from us. This person, are you going to have an EU or UK distributor? That is what we're going to do. And that's what we're looking for right now. We were unaware that the treaty had changed. Nobody even notified them. But anyway, listen, guys, it's been an hour. Again, I will probably release something later today about Alan Roberts, about the Alan Roberts Uncensored podcast and the things I'm going to be putting on there. So please do check that out. I appreciate it, the support. It is a place where I feel I can go and talk about other shit that might end up having this channel scrapped on YouTube. So I appreciate you very much. Alan just popped home to drop off some belongings. Alan, I've had enough of this. I've had enough of this scenario. Second flag turns black on YouTube stream. Whatever. Huh? Oh, I get you. Can I have it in Greece? You have to check with that. Now I don't even know because of the treaty changes, of the customs changes. But I'll try to find out, and I'll know a little bit more tomorrow. Anyway, I hope everybody has a great fucking day. I'm having a fabulous fucking day, and I will talk to everybody tomorrow. God damn.